Hey guys, my name is Elise Carver. I'm coming to you from the Little Bantam Surf Style Training Studio, and I'm here to talk to you about planks. Planks is one of the biggest movements at the moment, along with yoga of course, and it's such an important part of building your core and your deep core strength. What I like to think of as your deep core strength is actually your rectus abdominis is your superficial, but underneath is your transverse abdominis, which runs right up the length of your torso. And then you've also got your pelvic floor, the diaphragm, and your lower back. That is generally referred to as your deep core muscles, but I also like to include your glutes because that's going to support and protect your lower back, as well as your shoulders and your back to keep your chest open and keep you strong all the way from your neck down to your tailbone. So what I want to touch base on is planks. A lot of people come to me and in the first session I'll say, show me your plank, and often they'll lift up and there's a demonstration of what happens. And if this is you, don't feel bad. They come up into a plank straight from lying down on the floor and they lift up and they're here. And what I'm seeing here is a curve in the back and a lowering through the belly. It's actually quite stressful on your lower spine because your vertebrae is crunchy. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's wrong, and if someone you know or a trainer you know has taught you that, that's understandable because about 95% of the population do planks that way. But I'm going to show you how I do planks and how I protect my lower back and my clients' lower backs and get them activating right through these core muscles by drawing in that line between the sternum and your pelvis. So, to show you how I do my planks, firstly, I'm going to show you that you're going to come onto your forearms and you're going to wrap your wrist around your elbow and then turn your hand out. So when you do it on the floor, it looks like this. You wrap your wrist around your elbow and then keeping that left elbow there, you turn your hand out. This saves your shoulders so that you're not out here when you're planking, that you're in nice and steady and strong. So again, wrap that wrist around your elbow, turn that hand out. You can place your hands together or flat on the floor, it really doesn't matter too much. So when you're here, you're then going to take your knees out just enough so that your hips are over your shoulders. It's always safer to have your hips over your shoulders, especially if you start feeling pressure and getting tired. You're going to draw your belly in, and at the same time you're going to squeeze your glutes. That's your bum, so activating your bum. So we're going to draw the belly in, lifting the belly right up, so we're not getting this ridge that happens here. We're going to draw the belly in, squeeze the glutes, tuck your hips under, and then just lift up so that you're in a plank on your knees. Most will be going, that's really easy. It is, but it's the best way for you to set this frame and keep this strong. So once you're here, if you find this easy, and I say easy being a 6 out of 10, 10 being you're going to fall, die, and vomit, whatever, because it's too tough. You're going to take your toes to the floor if you're a 6 out of 10. And you're going to keep this frame from your shoulders to your butt. So shoulders, belly in, hips tucked under. And you're going to straighten through your legs, keeping that frame. Draw your belly in and make sure you're not pushing too far back on your shoulders. You want to bring your nose over your thumbs. Belly in, tuck your hips under. So now you can see I'm activated through my entire core. This to me is a real plank. I'm tightening from my sternum down to my pelvis and shortening that line and activating. You might notice the difference is that you shake. That's your body recruiting muscle fibers to get you working. So draw the belly in, squeeze the glutes, tuck the hips under. The wider the feet go, the easier it is. The closer together, the harder it is. Rather than increasing the length of time, try increasing the difficulty. Cross your ankles over, cross the other ankle over, lift your leg up, lift your other leg up. If you wish, you can start playing around with side lifts, tucking one knee in, releasing the other knee. I always recommend making the difficulty harder rather than the length of time, because what's going to happen is rather than working on your core and working it intensely for a minute, you're actually going to start fatiguing through your arms and your shoulders. Not a bad thing, but not ideal if you're trying to work on your core muscles. So again, just to rehash, elbow tucked underneath, elbow with the wrist wrapped around, turn the hand out, that's going to give you a perfect frame. We're going to place that on the floor. You're then going to draw your belly in, squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips under, shortening that line from your sternum to your pelvis. place the toes on the ground, and then strengthen through your legs. Draw the belly in, tuck the hips under. Remember, hips higher than shoulders is safest. Any lower, you're going to start putting pressure on that lower back and it's not going to feel good. So, I hope that answers your question about planks and the best way to do it. Of course, give it a shot, let me know. Always happy to hear your thoughts at Elise@littlebantamhealthandfitness.com.au.